Welcome to another episode, everyone. A Sureno disrespects a Nordaniel there in High Desert State Prison, igniting a vicious bloodbath. As I've said before, if you are not new to the channel, if you are, welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. High Desert State Prison in California, maximum security, level 4, 180, where I did 7 years, is the most violent prison in the state of California. The politics are intense, and many people have lost their lives right there in High Desert State Prison. The Nordaniels are there on the yard in High Desert. This does not take place in many of the prisons in California. I've always been on the yard, for the most part, with just the Sureno, so I know how they operate. I've seen them in action many times over, and it has been violent and volatile every single time. I've done time in CYA with the Nordaniels, but not necessarily on a prison yard until I got there to High Desert State Prison. And I'm also seeing how the Nordaniels operate, and the politics are very structured. The Nordaniels are also there, just like the Surenos, putting in massive work on the yard. In comes Hardhead. That's what we're going to call him. Hardhead is a young Sureno who hits the yard, but still he understands the protocols and the politics, unlike some other factions that may hit the yard and have to fend for themselves, have to learn all on their own how the politics work. A Sureno is going to hit the yard and be laced immediately with how the politics work and what is expected of him. So this individual, Hardhead, knew from the beginning that the Surenos and the Nortenios there on the yard at times had a tumultuous relationship. At other times, they were able to coexist, and because they both respected one another. Just like the Crips and the Bloods have to coexist on the yard together, and other factions who may not get along, they had to do the same thing, and they were doing that on the yard in High Desert. For the most part, when unalivings happen in High Desert State Prison, are vicious attacks, and they happen daily. It was always, not always, but primarily at the hands of your own people. The whites would kill another white for something that this individual did, a rule or protocol that this individual flouted. Most of the time, when the Surenos would take someone out, it was another Sureno. So forth and so on, because this is why I tell you all the time that you must follow these rules and protocols. If you do not, your own people are going to be the ones to eliminate you. The Nordaniels are on the yard and the Surenos, and everything is cool between the two at this time when Hardhead hits the yard. Hardhead hits the yard, just to speed the story up some, because I know sometimes I just, I try to explain some things. Hardhead hits the yard. He's a young Sureno, and he's turned up. He runs into a Nordaniel on the yard that he knew somewhere prior. I'm not privy to all of the information. I am not a Sureno. I am not a Nordaniel. But I do know what happened with this situation. They did know each other prior and did not get along. They had animus for one another. They did not like one another. The Nordaniel, let's call him Sleepy. Sleepy and Hardhead were coexisting on the yard, even though they both knew one another and did not like one another. Sleepy had never said anything to Hardhead. However, one day, Hardhead approaches Sleepy and says, "Don't I know you from such and such, such and such? Aren't you the one that did such and such and such and such?" And Sleepy said, "Yeah, you know exactly who I am. You know exactly, but that was then and this is now, because you can't bring whatever the animus may have been from a prior situation, to this yard, to this prison. Your people are not going to go for that. you're going to get a lot of people hurt on both sides. Neither one of these groups are anything to play with. The Nordaniels have extensive weapons. So do the Surenos. Neither group is afraid to use these weapons. In fact, they both have been using these weapons rampantly here on the yard. And word got back to the Surenos swiftly that Hardhead had approached Sleepy, a Nordaniel, confronting him, asking him about his past, etc. The Surenos, in no uncertain terms, let Hardhead know whatever past indiscretions, whatever past conflicts and acrimony you may have with this individual Sleepy is deaded. That's over. Here on this yard, we don't play that. Whatever happened then and there, that's what happened then and there. And however you handled it then and there, that's what it is. The Surenos understand, and so do the Nordaniels, that if it kicks off between these two groups, it is going to be ugly. This is the most violent prison. This is a weapons-only yard. This is the most violent prison in the state of California for a reason. These groups are vicious. They do not hesitate to take your face off. I've seen it. This is an everyday occurrence. So they know that if it kicks off, it's going to kick off. No one's going to be out there fighting. People are going to lose their lives on both sides. Let Hardhead know. Never do that again. Hardhead said, okay. He agreed. He understood. Then Hardhead goes back to his cell and tells his cellie that he is going to stab the Nordaniel. This is what he said. He told his cellie that when they come out to the yard soon, at some point, he's going to attack him. And the homies are basically just going to have to follow suit. This is a death sentence waiting to happen. The hierarchy has already conveyed to Hardhead that his antics will not be tolerated on this yard. He understood, or so he said, and yet he goes behind the brass's back, the hierarchy, the big homies, and tells his cellie in secret that he plans on just stabbing a dude anyway, and he's just going to go up. Yeah, but then you're going to lose your life when it's all said and done. You can't go against the politics. Because of your personal issue with this individual, you're about to get everyone involved in an epic, violent, bloody clash that's going to cost many individuals their lives. It is that serious here on this yard. Hardhead Sally, he saves face. He goes back and tells the big homies, the hierarchy, the brass, that Hardhead has went rogue. He's went off the deep end, going off the rails. He's talking about he's going to bring it to Sleepy soon on the yard with a weapon. The hierarchy was outraged, in total disbelief. They could not believe what they were hearing, that this individual was going to take it upon himself after having been scolded already and chastised for his prior indiscretions. Still is going to take it upon himself to go against what we said and get many homies hurt, possibly. Well, the decision was made promptly that Hardhead had to go immediately. There was going to be no hesitation whatsoever, and there was none. They didn't go to the Nordaniels and say, and let them know what was going on, and we finna get him off the yard. The Nordaniels didn't know what was going on. They didn't know that Hardhead had sinister machinations, that he was in his cell plotting to take one of their own out. Surenos got word, and they said, before it even gets out, before this thing gets out of hand, we're going to neutralize the threat, the problem. And they wanted to do it right there on the yard to send a stern message that should you go against the protocol and the politics, this will be the same fate that you will suffer. Coming out to the yard, really, the very next day, the Surenos put out word to the blacks who needed to know so that they can pass the word on to the rest. Hey, we're about to take care of business. This is how it goes in there. Everyone gives you a heads up. Yard is about to go down. Every time we come out of the building, we hear this. Everybody runs straight to the bars and try to start their workout as soon as you come to the yard. Because you got 15, 20 minutes on the yard base. And you know the yard is about to go down. Some group is about to remove somebody. This is every day. People not following the rules. They're not listening. They're not getting it. Even though they're seeing all of this bloodshed. When we come out to the yard, the Surenos pass on word, yard down. We're about to take care of business. At this time, most of us are not really knowing exactly what the situation is. Did hear it was a bit of tension between the Nordaniels and the Surenos because this individual Hardhead done approached Sleepy. Nothing has kicked off. Nothing is in line to kick off over this. The situation had been resolved, at least everyone thought. Until this. Okay, get out of the way. It's going up. See the target walking around the yard. He's just busting some laps. He has a couple of Surenos walking with him. They're just laughing and chopping it up. This is common practice. Individuals want you to put your guard down, want you to feel comfortable, don't want you to know that something is awry, that something is about to go down, that you are about to be leaking like a faucet. So they got him comfortable, walking around the track with him. And they bust about 3 laps, also just probably tiring them out some. I've seen them work out with individuals to tire them out. And then 2 fresh individuals get on them. Come out of nowhere. I mean, it's crazy. They didn't feel like they needed all of this manpower for Hardhead. Just a young individual who could not follow the protocol. After about the 3rd lap, all you heard was, get down! And you look right there, and they on Hardhead got him on the ground. It's about 5 Surenos on him. I've seen worse, but it's about 5 of them. And of course, every single one of them has a weapon, a very sharp one, a very big one. And they have malintentions. So they are attacking Hardhead without mercy. Hardhead is on the ground and he's balled up in the fetal position. I've seen this many times. Big, strong, grown men ended up in a fetal position because they couldn't follow the rules and the protocols. He's down there, has his elbows to his knees in the fetal position. But he has things opened up, his sides, some of his neck, and they're tearing it up. Bam, 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 without mercy. They're near the basketball court. The blacks already knew what was going on, and to stay away. The police are yelling, get out, get out. Now they have Mama Minnie, what we call Mama Minnie there in the gun towers, trained on the culprits. It seems like, really, these individuals are ready to shoot because they are relentless in their attack. They won't stop. I've seen this many times as well. They are refusing to get down. The Surenos, they not stopping. The police and ran over there. They're not getting involved. They're not getting in the middle of it. They're spraying mace, the whole nine, and these dudes still on them. They won't stop. I thought for sure Hardhead was no more. No way he's going to survive this attack. It was too many Surenos on him, like hyenas, piranhas even. They had sinister machinations. They wanted to finish this guy off. The word had come down, and the word was a serious one. Finish this dude. Who does he think he is? Somehow Hardhead did survive the attack. But certainly, that individual was never the same. Physically, he endured too many stab wounds. He's going to have physical problems for the rest of his life, no doubt. And then mentally, we are all still human beings, thugged out, crazy gang member or not. Being attacked like that is going to cause you nightmares. Having 5 individuals, 6 individuals on you with sharp weapons trying to delete you, and you know they're trying to delete you, is going to cause you trauma for years to come. They got Hardhead off the yard. Medical did. Surenos finally stopped the attack. Finally, they got down. Probably they thought the dude was dead. We all did on the yard. He wasn't moving. He was a bloody mess. We all thought he was dead. We all thought he was dead. Everyone on that yard thought he was gone. Everyone. The police, the chaplain, the rats and the roaches. Everyone thought he was cooked. The word did come down later on that he had survived the attack, that he was still breathing with assistance in the hospital. Tubes and tanks and all of that tied up to him. Whew. Man, it was bad. But I've seen this so many times. I couldn't believe it, really. I couldn't believe that Hardhead had really, no one is perfect. No group is perfect. But Surenos or Nortenios really don't sort of do this sort of stuff. Go against the grain, or once they get word that this is what it is, normally they follow that. That's been my experience. But Hardhead was young, and he really had beef with this individual. Apparently, he confronted him, and then whatever the confrontation was, he didn't like how it went, apparently, because he said, I'm going to get this dude. But this is not juvenile hall or RYA. You can't do that. You can't do it on your own. You can't make that decision yourself to do something like that, because it's not just going to end with you too. The whole thing is going to go up. It has to. I don't know if he understood that or not. I don't know. I didn't really know the dude. But jeez. He suffered a horrible fate for that decision. He lucky that he still survived, if you want to call it survival, because he was certainly never the same. Stay out of that place. Stay free. Stay out of prison. And I don't bring you these stories to glorify them. It's sickening. A lot of the stuff that I witnessed is very sickening. Did a number on me and on my psyche. Sometimes I'm too unemotional now. Women tell me that I'm not affectionate at all. Oh, man. Dealing with all of that stuff in there. It's hard for me. I don't trust people. I'm paranoid. People walking behind me. I don't like arguing with dudes because I automatically want to go there because I'm thinking he's gonna try to go there with me. That's just been my experience. Trying to get some of that stuff off of me. So I'm not telling you these stories. It's emotional sometimes bringing these stories up, recalling these stories, recalling what I went through and what I witnessed. It was like being in war for real. You might as well be in Iran or Afghanistan. It was that much bloodshed and that much death in that place. No, man. Done with that stuff, man. So I'm not bringing you this to glorify it. There's nothing funny about it. It's not good. It's not cool. I hate violence. So I swear I do. I'm not bringing you this because it's something tough. Yeah, I've seen so many people get stabbed. No, man. I want you to know what you should do and should not do should you be in that situation. Should you be in prison for whatever reason because you're not listening to me here on this channel and you want to flout what I'm saying and do your own thing and end up behind bars like many people have done, not listening, not following their own advice, not following others' advice, not learning from others' mistakes, then you know what to do and what not to do. You look at these stories and say, well, he got stabbed because of what? He did what? Okay, I know not to do what he did. I know not to do that. That got him stabbed up. So don't do that. That's what this story is for. Stay out of there, first of all. Stay out of there, first of all. Stay out of prison. Understand, black and brown people understand that the place was designed for us, primarily for black people first. I can prove it. It was designed with us in mind. That place is for us. Even though these are the people who commit all of the crimes in the world. Per capita. I can prove that too. And it's a horrible place. And they treat us like animals. And they believe us to be animals. And that's why they put us in these cages. When they have proven themselves to be the real animals throughout history. One cursory look at history will verify what I'm saying. That they have animalistic characteristics that exhibit and out themselves daily. They can't even control it. But then want you to believe that you are the criminal. You are the monster. I know better. Sorry, that was something different. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay out of prison. People, my people, I love y'all. Don't want to see y'all in that situation. It's a horrible place. There's nothing good about it. It's nothing fun. Damn my reputation. Damn gang banging. Damn trying to be tough. It's horrible. The streets is horrible. The streets are horrible. People losing their lives. Going to prison for the rest of their life. Fighting cases. It's not worth it. It's not what we were put here for. We've lost our way and we need to regain it. We need to find it. Our people need repair and fast. Stay safe and stay free, people. That's for the Southsiders and the Nordaniels as well. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be free. And fight this system as well that don't like y'all either. Power to the people.